Hello, this is Len Amsterdam from Canada.
Ciao Len, I am Augusto of the Wimshurst machine. I am calling from Italy to do the interview for the Len Amsterdam radio show.
Well, hey, Guthorm. Hey, I've got the wild man from Brisbane on line 2. Would you mind calling back?
Oh well, no, not a check.
I was just kidding there. So how are you doing?
Okay, fine, thanks.
Well, in the spirit of asking those hard-hitting questions, what's your real name?
Okay, my real name is Augusto, but I am sometimes known as, with the nickname as Guthorm, or, well, I think people will read Guthorm in English, but it's the same.
So, Augusto, tell us all about the band.
Well, the Wimshurst machine was born just a couple of years ago, almost by chance. Well, I met my old classmate Fabio at a funeral. Okay, it's a bad event, but well, we decided then to restart to work together as we did when we were teenagers. And well, meanwhile we practiced with loads of different skills like computers or keyboards and different instruments. And well, after 15 years we didn't play together. We then had this occasion to restart everything and to finally build something together. And along the way we met some other musicians. Most are my colleague of work, or as Roberto and Max, the drummer, or Tony, or Elvis. But some, as Daniele, are also my friends since ever, and well, this is the band. Well, I forgot my brother, Duilio. And so we are 8 people, 8 minds, 8 different minds.
Well, with 8 different minds, you'll have, I guess, 8 different points of view. When an idea is brought forward, is it voted on?
It's not always easy to really fit every idea in our music, but well, I think we are all open-minded about music, about what concerns music, and so it's somehow, well, I must say they are very patient with me. This is what makes really things work. Thing works. Okay, forgive my very bad English.
Okay, but only if you forgive me for my very bad Italiano. Okay, that was sad. Tell me about your recording process.
Well, we record in home studios. I mean that each one of us has at home some kind of computer or microphones or keyboards or any mixers, and instrumentation to record themselves. I mean, even if most of the times when we record I am with my band members, sometimes we just compose something and send each other a CD or an email, and well, we live all pretty distant each from the other and meet mostly just at work or seldom when we met for the recordings. And so we study the tracks, each distant from the others. We talk by phone about the tracks or at work, of course. And then we meet, we re-record, and believe it or not, most of the times what you hear came out at the very first or second or third trial.
So what do you think about the good old internet?
Well, the internet is something really important for music promotion, and not just music promotion. I believe that without the internet, our band would be born and dead the same, in the same month or the same year. While we discovered the internet as a new world and a world full of occasions, and those occasions are priceless. I mean, we are 8 people who can't really play live, but just because we can't meet frequently to play together by real, so it will be very difficult to let people know about our music and about our project. While the internet became mostly the unique thing that we do to promote our music. So it's, priceless.
Now, one thing the internet is fantastic for is for contact building. Maybe you could comment a little bit on that.
Okay, I think that internet is also precious because we met loads of different musicians from different countries. I mean, like Lonesome Dave of Gamaleonis and John Worsley that played with us in Discovery, and I forgot Jared McKenna and many others actually. We did work with a lot of people, some already published and some still are work in progresses. So some more artists like KMP or Liza will appear in the next album, or True Lala, and it was really a good collaboration. And so the internet is precious not just for our promotion, but also for to meet new people, new styles, and to work on new projects.
Augusto, can you talk about the gear that you use to make your music?
Gear can be described as something at halfway between the old-fashioned, just a saying, but an old-fashioned acoustic instruments such as my 2 saxophones, or also Roberto plays saxophone, or clarinet, flute, acoustic drums, guitars, and bass, and piano, and this together with new instruments. Like I must say, I play most of the time my Yamaha WX11, that is a wind MIDI controller, and especially since we are 2 sax players in the band. When we met together, I let Roberto play the saxophone, and I play the synth via the WX11. In my home studio, you find 2 microphones, 1, 2, 3, let me count, 4 keyboards. 1 keyboard and 3 racks. WX11. Oh, the keyboard is a Roland. And let me take out the cover so I can read. Oh, RS50. And Korg M3R. And EMU, okay, EMU. I don't know how to say it properly in English. Hope you can forgive me for this bad English. And anyway, Fabio has works with a keyboard and 2 keyboards and Reason, and I work with Apple Soundtrack as software. And Elvis works with Apple GarageBand and Symphonic Orchestra.
Wow, that sounds like you've got a lot of money tied up in musical toys.
I have to say that just the acoustic instruments are, worth a lot of money. I mean, the 10 or 15 trumpets of Tony are worth at least, more than my sports car.
One thing I'd like you to zero in on is your drum sound and how it's recorded.
We have a different way. I mean, of course you can't play the drum at home, so Max rented a room and dressed that room like like a real recording studio, a recording drum studio. So it's a little room, totally insonorized, and with 6 microphones and a Roland mixer and something like this. So I think you may hear this much better in our second album, just because the first album was 2 microphones and so on, while the drums is much warmer, much better in our second album.
So where can we find your music?
You may find our music on our website, that is www.thewimshurstmachine.com, or also on www.twnband.com. Much easier, this one. Or anyway on Project Overseer, or on iTunes, or well, I think we diffuse pretty well on Artist Launch also, or Broadjam, GarageBand, most sites. Every site we can fit, we try to fit it.
Are you doing anything in motion picture? I've heard that you have a video release.
Oh yes, we just released a video DVD, and with 5 videos in it, and somehow we think we will follow this line. I mean, an album and a DVD with some video. And this is a new way to let show who we are and how we work on things. And most of those videos are not just we playing, but are really kind of silent movies with just a soundtrack made of our music.
Now, Augusto has some very exciting news on how his music is going to be used. Remember, you heard it here first on the Len Amsterdam show.
Well, I say this in exclusive for the first time to the Len Amsterdam radio show, that we are also working on a musical. And I know just a few about it, just that some major Italian artists will work also on the singer parts, while on the danceable and the soundtrack parts there will be some music about the Wimshurst machine. We did never imagine we would one day work for a musical, so this thing is really challenging. I mean, we were working with electronics and with a different method, and now we have to relate with a show that is on a stage, and with singing parts and danced parts and narrated parts. And so, well, a lot of work to do, and a nice experience at this time. And hopefully, well, we all hope will be a good one.
Your work has appeared in movies and TV?
Well, we did work a lot. We did work on some soundtrack for TV or one cinema movie, and 2 cinema movies. Oh, I forgot The Quiet Assassin, a British short movie.
How about an exclusive on what the next album is going to be about?
In exclusive, I may say you that in the next album you will hear the collaboration between the Wimshurst Machine and Scott Hill, or KNP and Liza, or Trulala, and many others, but still to be defined at the moment.
I understand that you're using some of the profits that come from your music for charitable purposes.
I think it's important to add that since we all have a good job and that pay the bills, I mean, we decided to give all the money we raise to help other people. At this time, we just, since the money we collect is not yet something important, we did use this money raised with music to increase the amount of money we already give to assistant adoption and for African children. Madagascar is a religious opera. I am not sure at the moment which is the name of the organization, but we met once this sister, this religious lady that is owning the school, and so we were impressed by her will to help those children and their families. So this is the project, and we collect the money at work, and we increase this money with our music at this time. I believe that one day maybe we will add something else, but at this time it's this, and I think it's important to help other people to have a beautiful childhood for how much is possible.
Have all 8 members of the band ever got together in person?
Oh well, I think we met all 8 together just 2 times in all this time. Otherwise, we just meet in 3, 4, 5, or 6. It happens. It happened once, also 7, but mostly of the times 5 or 6.
Well, we're coming to wrapping it up here. Hey, Augusto, I wasn't paying for that phone call, was I?
Oh no, that was mine, Nickel. Remember, forgive my English. That is very, very bad. I know that is bad. I learned it by myself, so it's full of terms and silly stuff. Bye, Len, and I want to thank you for this opportunity to promote our music.
It's my pleasure.
And for the great work you do for independent music in general. Ciao. Ciao, I am Augusto of the Wimshurst Machine. You are listening to the Len Amsterdam radio show. Great independent music from Canada.